up? What up? What up? What's the deal? What's the deal? How we cooking? How we cooking? How we looking? How we looking? What's up with y'all, man? Where my other phone at? Let's make sure everything good, y'all. Everything good. Let me see. Let's do it. Let's do it. Hold on. Let me make sure my volume up. All right. Make sure the volume's up. What's good? What's good? Yeah, I thought it was the other way, but I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, man. Hold on.
Hours. Get paid to deliver on your time. Get paid to deliver
All right.
on your time.
All right, we good. We good. We all right. We all right. We all right. Let's do it. Let's do it, y'all. Let's get back to work. What's good with y'all? Like, share, comment, and subscribe, man. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy. All right, we back in the building. We gotta talk about this Todd Monken and Shedeur Sanders situation that happened yesterday with Deshaun Watson. All right, Shedeur Sanders and all of that. All right, so before we get into that, man, I hope everybody had a good day, good afternoon, good evening. You know what I'm saying? I hope everybody had all of that. I hope everything was going good with y'all. This is one of those moments we're gonna have to really have a deep conversation about, because I know a lot of people are not feeling it. They're not working with it. They're not liking it. Okay, they're not liking it. All right, so we're gonna have to just take a deep breath, decompress, and then talk have a sensible conversation on what happened yesterday. All right, so let's get into it, man. Oh, you know what? I forgot to do my goal, man. I forgot to do my goal. Hold on, let's do our goal real quick. Let's do our goal. Yeah, I meant to do a diagonal. I don't know how it happened. Came this way, man. Anyway, let's see. Let's do the goal. Let's do the goal.
Hours. Get paid to deliver on your time.
Hold on, hold on. Where's the goal at? Um, Let me see. I don't know. It's all good. Forget it. Anyway, let's talk about it, y'all. All right. So, the quarterback competition has been in the works. Before the training camp has been announced. It was a two-man competition way before training camp and mini camp. He already made it out, right? He already made that announcement. So we going in and we hoping that it was not like last year. We was hoping that this competition will be better than last year. It will be a fair competition. No rug pulling, no biasness. We was hoping that Todd Monken would not pull the same thing that Kevin Stefanski pulled last year, right? So cool. Everything started off good. Mini camp, rookie this, all of that stuff started off well for Shedeur and Deshaun Watson, right? Boom. Okay, now they in the training camp. Everything's getting switched. Deshaun get his, Shedeur get his, Shedeur get his, Deshaun get his. Okay, cool. We cool with that. I bet. Let's keep it rolling, right? Now, yesterday, I don't know what happened, man. Shedeur Sanders was supposed to get the first team reps yesterday. Todd Monken said it in his before practice. Yes, Shedeur will get most of the team reps, and Deshaun would get like 707 or something like that, right? Cool. All right, because it's been all he's been saying that he's been very consistent with the reps, right? Very consistent with the first team reps between Shedeur and Watson. Switch, 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 switch. Okay, cool. Nothing wrong with that, right? But why? But why? Before 45 minutes, according to Mary Kay Cabot, according to Mary Kay Cabot, 45 minutes before he went, I mean, no, 45 minutes after Deshaun Watson was, uh, um, what's it called? What's it called? Before Deshaun Watson knew he was going to the ones, 45 minutes before Todd Monken went to the press conference, he already knew Deshaun Watson was getting the one, right? So allegedly, that's what happened. That's what Mary Kay Cabot said. Mary Kay Cabot said Deshaun Watson already knew 45 minutes before noon, or I mean, yeah, something like that. Before noon, he was going to be number one. Take all the one reps. So why would Todd Monken go up there and say that? I don't know. That's what Mary Kay Cabot said. The Todd Monken went up there and said something that he knew that was a lie. He knew it wasn't true. He knew that Deshaun Watson was going to get that. And so now we got to ask ourselves, y'all. Mary Kay Cabot been saying it for a while that Deshaun Watson was the one, and she been hearing rumblings, right? And then you got other people on Twitter saying, "Hey, I got some good sources. They saying Deshaun Watson he look like he might be the first week starter. I don't know." How is people saying this, man? So we thought they was just making it up, right? Doing all this hoopla. And then yesterday, it looks like it might be that, right? Because why would Todd Monken do that out of nowhere? Where's his explanation? How come he didn't talk to the media after practice to tell people or tell the fans or whoever why he chose to go a different way today? Why he didn't say that? Why? What happened? What happened to, hey, we're gonna do it fair. We're gonna get everybody their chance. Why all of a sudden things are different now? What's going on, Todd Monken? What happened to you? Now you got other people out there like G Bush. Shout out to G Bush in the barbershop. They're like, don't trip about it, man. It's just, it's all good. Shedeur been here before. Shedeur knows what he been through adversity before. It's just another step. It's just another stepping stone he got to go through. But they got other people. They're like, why? Why do he got to keep getting these goddamn roadblocks? Why is Shedeur getting another roadblock after they told us it wasn't gonna be no roadblocks? So I understand both sides. The G Bush side, like, hey, is this another roadblock? You've been here before. Just keep your head down, keep going. And then the other ones, you like, man, we tired of this shit, man. We tired of y'all telling us one thing and then do another thing. So I understand both sides of people who feel in a certain way. Now, all of the Deshaun Watson fans, they having the ball right now. Okay? For the last couple of days, the Deshaun Watson fans, they online, they having a ball right now. They over here celebrating, and rightfully so, man. I salute it. I'm not a hater of nothing, man. Rightfully so. They out here having a ball. But let's talk about it, man. Right? What is the reason why Todd Monken switched up? Let's just try to figure out what's going on, right? And y'all gotta remember, this is a business. This is a business, man. You cannot really trust these people because at the drop of a dime, they will go another direction, right? So always understand, no matter what they say in public, certain things do change out of nowhere. And that's something we can't control that, right? So let's just talk about the Shedeur Sanders situation. Why did Todd Monken come out and say Shedeur will get the first team reps, most of them, and then not do it at all? Why would he do that? Some people have been speculating the money, right? A lot of people talk about the money. It's the money. It's the money, y'all. It's the money. It's the money. It's the money. That's why they're going to do it. They're going to give him a chance because it's the money. And they might be right. I didn't want to believe it either because they told us we made the biggest mistake, right? So if the organization tell you they made the biggest mistake, you're not gonna sit there and say, oh shit, well they're gonna that they're gonna do something shady with Deshaun, with Shedeur, because they don't even really like him anyway, right? The organization already said they're not rocking with him like that, right? And then soon as the season over, everything start changing. Let's just rewind, y'all. Let's rewind. They said all that stuff in the media. Oh, we moved on, the biggest mistake. And then when the season started to end, what happened, y'all? They start singing a different tune. Oh, Deshaun Watson, man, if he's cleared, man, we're going to give him a fair chance. They wasn't saying that before. So everything started to change with the Deshaun Watson talk. I know people are in their feelings. Hey, you know who I rock with. Y'all know what time it is. Wrist up Sanders. But we got to know, it's a business, y'all. And they do not tell the truth all the time. They would get in front of the camera and tell you any damn thing. Oh, they'll get in the front of the camera and swear they're going to move like this. And then when something else happened, they start moving like this. Right? So we just have to remember, man, this is a business, and you cannot take everything they say for face value. They will switch up on you, bro. They will switch it up on you at a drop of a dime. You know what I mean? So I think that's what's going on. The communication was horrible, because there's no way should Deshaun Watson get all of the fair treatment, and then when it comes to Shedeur, we just gonna drop a dime on him real quick. We gonna just go switch it up real quick. No, this was supposed to be a fair competition. Just like last year, it's gonna be a fair competition, and then things start looking weird. Now here we go again. Here we go again, y'all. Supposed to be a fair competition, and then here come a monkey wrench again. Now I know a lot of people are upset. I watched all the videos yesterday. I watched so many videos yesterday. I watched the comments on Twitter. They are going off. On Instagram, they are going off. What's up with you, Todd Monken? Even I made a post. Todd Monken, what we doing, man? What's going on? But that's life, y'all. Life gonna throw you curveballs, baby. Life will throw you curveballs. Okay? It will. Life will throw you curveballs, and all you can do is just go deliver how you've been delivering. Does it mess with your psyche a little bit? Yep. Is it gonna mess with your emotions a little bit? Yep. But the best thing you can do, man, is just keep trying to go at the end of the day. At the end of the day. Because at one moment, just like G. Bush talked about last year, Shedeur went through all this stuff last year too. And what happened? He ended up starting, didn't he? They ended up cutting people, didn't they? Shedeur went through all this. Shedeur went through this last. G. Bush is right. Shedeur went through this last year, and people got cut, people got hurt, and he got the start. And when he went to the preseason game, he cooked up. So all the odds were stacked against him, and he ended up persevering through it, and it ended up in his favor. So that's what it is again, y'all. It's happening again. It's happening again. And you know what? Okay, let's go. Let's do this. We ain't backing down from this. Let's go. All right, let's do this. Y'all playing again? Okay, let's go then. Always remember, game time. You gotta do it in the game. Gotta do it in the game now. Practice is practice, but you gotta do it in the game. Gotta do it in the game, baby. You know what I'm saying? So I understand the frustration. I understand that you tired. Even Shedeur might be tired of the games. Right? But we're not in control of that. We're not in control of all the games they be playing. We're not in control of that, y'all. We don't control the games they play. All we can control is what we do as supporters. We gotta support Shedeur, baby. We ain't asking for no trade. Bring it on. All of the smoke you want, all of the games, come on. Because you still gotta prove it in the game. You still gotta do it in the game. You still gotta prove it all in the game, man. So I get it. I understand people that are upset that think why Shedeur? We should trade him. No, we don't want to be traded. Bring it on, man. Bring it on. Bring all the games. Come on. That's what you want to do? You want to switch up today? I bet. I'm going to be upset today. I'm going to be pissed off today. But don't worry, though. The preseason games are around the corner, y'all. The first preseason game is next weekend. Right? They got 3 preseason games. One start here, one start there. Right? So it's okay. Somebody else got more reps than somebody else got. Alright, man, cool, bro. Guess what? It happened last year, too. Last year, they got more reps than Shedeur did. They said it was going to be fair. They lied again, too. Guess what? We back here again. We back here again. They play, okay? So they want to give Deshaun Watson more stuff, even though they said they wasn't. They want to give Deshaun Watson more reps, even though they said they wasn't. All right, cool. Do your thing. Y'all lied to me last year. Now y'all lying to me again. Okay, cool. All right, bet. All right, cool. Guess what, man? No matter what they do, no matter how funny style a coach is, no matter how funny style the organization is, when it comes to these games, they gotta produce. And if you don't, guess what's gonna happen? The fans gonna start booing your ass. The fans gonna start booing. Y'all already know, right? All right, so go ahead. Let them give Deshaun Watson more chances. That's cool. Do your thing. Cool. Go ahead. You better hope it worked then. You better hope giving Deshaun Watson more reps than Shedeur when you said it was going to be fair. You better hope it worked then. You better hope it worked. Because if it don't work like you did last year, if it turned out that you was wrong last year for playing games with Shedeur and you doing it again, you better hope it worked out. Because if it don't, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And we already know, y'all. They not going to admit to doing nothing wrong. They didn't admit last year they was wrong. They not going to admit now that what they doing is wrong. They don't care. So all we got to do is keep the support, man. We got to keep on supporting Shedeur. We cannot turn away. We got to say, you know what? We've been here before. Let's go. That's what y'all on? Okay, let's do it. Because when Shedeur get out there and start cooking, guess what they going to do? They got to do this now. They got to put their glasses on. They got to do this. They got to do this. They got to face the music. They got to face it. They got to face the music now, y'all. So that's all we got to do, man. We got to stay behind, support Shedeur. Let them know, look, man, I know it sucks that they keep playing with you. I know that it's not supposed to be this way. Monken said that it was supposed to be you. Then they switched it up at the last minute. My thing is this. If Mary Kay Cabot, what she reporting is real, why would Monken just not say that? Well, it's supposed to be Shedeur, but we switched it up. If whatever Mary Kay Cabot is posting, well, Monken already knew that Shedeur wasn't. Why would he go to the public and say that when he know it wasn't true? I don't want. That's the only problem I got, y'all. That's only problem I got. Whoever you want to take the first team reps, you are the coach. You do that. But why, if you already knew it wasn't gonna happen, why say it? Why say Shedeur going to get first team reps? We're going to alternate, but then don't do it. Mary Kay Cabot said 45 minutes before before noon, Deshaun Watson already knew that he was going to get the ones. And she said after that was before the press conference of Monken. So that's all I want to know. Why would Monken say something he knew that was a lie? Allegedly, going off Mary Kay Cabot. Why are we lying about the Shedeur and the Shedeur reps being taken away? Why are we doing that? You are a grown-ass man. You are the coach. If you want to take them away, be a man and say, well, today it was supposed to be Shedeur, but we want to get a better look at Deshaun Watson in this setting. Why not just say that? You the coach. You don't have to lie about nothing. You ain't got to hide about nothing. You make the schedule. And sometimes the schedules do change. So what's wrong with that? Even at work, right? Even at work, my schedule can change. Even though I've been working at this schedule, right? My schedule can change based off customers, based off how many customers coming in, slow season, if somebody go on vacation, right? So my schedule can change based off certain situations. So if you went into camp saying it's going to be a fair camp, but then you want to get more look at Deshaun, you're the coach. Just say it. You don't gotta hide. Why are you hiding? Switching the itinerary. If your itinerary is Shedeur's number one, and then before a little bit before practice, you want to give Deshaun Watson a little. Why you just say it? Why are you so scared? Oh no, yeah, it's gonna be Shedeur. Why not just admit that that's not what it is today? You're gonna switch it up, and then Monday you're gonna give shit. But you can't even give Shedeur more Monday because Monday is about getting ready for the preseason game. Monday tomorrow it's about getting ready for the preseason game. So that was weird to me. That's the only problem I got with this is if Deshaun already knew, then why would you tell the public something else? I don't know, y'all. I don't know. That's the only thing I got a problem with this. I don't understand the games that being played with Shedeur. The hating shit they got. They be coming out with this. Oh, Shedeur is at the bottom and he don't like. Why are we still dealing with this in year two? Why are we dealing with anonymous sources talking bad about Shedeur? Anonymous coaches and anonymous staff is talking. He ain't this. This is year two, bro. Why are we still dealing with this shit? It's crazy, y'all. It don't make no sense, man. They really wake up every day trying to find a way to diminish Shedeur, y'all. If it ain't the Cleveland media, it's an anonymous NFL coach, an anonymous GM, an anonymous this. God damn, dog. Do y'all got anything else to talk about? There's no way Shedeur make all of y'all men uncomfortable. How is one young man make all these other men that uncomfortable, y'all? Come on, that's crazy, man. The young man don't bother nobody. The young man gives back to the community. And you got Cleveland media niggas talking about, yeah, man, we just don't like the way he does things. He don't even do nothing. What are you talking about? We don't like the way he handles stuff. Yeah. Huh? What are you talking about, man? I don't know, man. I really don't know what's going on. This is crazy work, man. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, let me see something. Hold on. Cause I can't see no comments. Let me see. Is there any comments going on? Hold on, let me see. Let me see if there's any comments going on. Why you not letting me see no live feed for the comments? The comments turned off? What the heck? Yo, why the comments turned off? I can't see no comments. Yo, that's crazy. We ain't got no comments, bro. Hold on, man. I can't. Where the comments at? Yeah, I don't see no comments, y'all. Is it turned off? That's crazy. Oh, I guess the comments turned off. I can't see him. I'm trying to see him, but I can't see no comments. Hold on, man. Hold on. Did the comments get turned off by some accident? Let me see. Let me see. I can't see no comments, man. I don't know what's going on. Trying to find some comments, y'all. Hold on. It looked like the comments was turned off. I don't even know how that happened. Yeah, I'm trying to look like the comments is turned off. How that happened? I don't even know how that happened, bro. What is going on? Yeah, I don't know how it happened. I didn't turn them off. I can't see no comments, bro. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't even know how that happened. I didn't turn the comments off. I don't even know how it happened, man. I can't find them. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I can't find them, y'all. I was trying to look for some comments. I can't find them. I don't know how they get turned off. How the comments get turned off? That's crazy work, man. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it happened. I have no idea how that happened, bro. That's crazy. The comments is really turned off. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, y'all. I don't know why the comments turned off. I didn't do that. I didn't do it. I don't know how that happened. Let's keep going though. But yeah, so we just gotta stand by Shedeur, man. Todd Monken needs to really come out and tell us why did he do that. But again, they're not gonna do it. They got their own agenda. They're gonna switch up their agenda when they want to. And in my opinion, man, it's kind of crazy, man. It's kind of crazy why they did that. All right, so let's get to some of these videos, man. I don't know why they turned the comments off. That's kind of crazy. All right, but let's get some videos going. Let's get some videos going. Hold on, y'all. Let's turn this on real quick. Hold on. Oh, I didn't do that. I didn't do it. I don't know. All right. Hold on real quick. Let's go to hold on real quick. Let's go to G Bush. G Bush. Hold on real quick. Where's it at? Where's the shorts at, bro? Here we go.
There's a difference between planning structure and being a CEO, but don't let them take what made you great. You don't let nobody take that exuberance. Your superpower is that everybody believes when you get behind center. That's from the stands to the players to the coaches. Your superpower is this, that energy. When you get up shaking that rollie, when you say, yeah, I got the bust down, AP on. It is what it is. I don't got to take the chain off to make you comfortable. You must always play with that exuberance because without it, that's your gift. And the Bible always talks about it. The only way he can take your gifts and your talent is if you don't use it. And sometimes they'll tell you if you just play nice, if you just tone it down a little bit, if you don't go about doing absolutely nothing, even if they told you before practice, yeah, you ain't me in the first team huddle. That rolie's supposed to always be on at all times. Hungry dog at all times. You've been here before, multiple times. You've been at the doorstep. You know what it's about. Understand what the test is and accept the challenge. When the lights come on, that's when you perform best. But what you got to do is weather the storm during the ups, the downs, the doubts, all that stuff. And for you to actually be able to make it to where you can make that impact, you got to keep your joy. You got to keep your exuberance. You got to keep your energy. I don't care what they tell you. That's who you are. That's what you are.
See that? Shout out to G Bush, man. You got to do it. And life curveballs gonna come. And life 40 days, 40 nights gonna come. A blizzard gonna come. Backstabbing gonna come. Right? And you just have to say, you know what? Gotta weather the storm, man. And I know it's some people in the world, it just keeps happening and happening and happening. And you're like, why me, man? Lord, why me? I get it. I understand. But you gotta keep going. You gotta keep weathering all the storms that come. Your time gonna come, man. Some of us, man, it's already written. It's always something, right? You ever been going through life and it's always something, man. You're like, damn, I'm tired of fighting, man. I'm tired of fighting. Yeah, I know. I know you tired of fighting, but it's a lesson. It's another lesson for you. Another block. It's for a reason, though. As a human being, you tired, but it's for a reason. You got to learn the lesson. What's the lesson in this? There's a lesson in what's going on right now. What's the I got to find out what the lesson is. So what's going on with Shedeur is just another lesson, man. What the lesson is. In business, you cannot trust everything for face value in business because things change. I've been working in my job for them in 16, 17 years. I didn't see managers come and go. I didn't see cooks come and go, line cooks come and go, dishwashers come and go. And people give promises. Oh yeah, I'm gonna give you a raise. Guess what? The new person got a raise before they did. I didn't seen it. Oh yeah, I'm gonna move you up. Yeah, you the next in line to move up. Guess what? Another person, a new person got that spot. I didn't seen it. I didn't seen it at my own job, y'all. So you no matter, I know it sucks and it hurts, but that it's gonna happen, man. What other people do and how they feel, that's what they gonna do. It's about how you respond, man. It's about how you gonna respond to adversity. Because adversity don't stop. It's always gonna be something while you alive. While you alive, moving and shaking, it's always gonna be something. And some people in life, it's more than others. Some people got a lot of roadblocks more than others. So this is another roadblock, another stepping stone to be legendary. He is legendary. Then hey, all of the mishaps that's going on and the naysayers, the more they do it, the more they pile on Shedeur with this. When he come out there and be legendary, it's just gonna put him way up there. Always remember that. The more they pile on you, the more doubts and the naysayers. And when you go out there and you perform great, it just puts you way up there. That's what's going on right now, man. That's what's going on. As a person, it does hurt. As a individual going through it, but he got to know. All right, y'all on that? Y'all doing that again? I bet. Preseason, like G. Bush said, the preseason games is coming. The preseason games is on the way. So we gonna see. Is Todd Monken out here lying? Is Todd Monken folding? Is the higher ups giving the calls? We gonna find out. We gonna find out, y'all. They got 3 preseason games. One is gonna start, and the other one gonna start. And then he said, who starts the 3rd preseason game is most likely going to be the winner. That's what he said. The one who ended up with the most reps at the end, that's what he said. He didn't say they was going to cut somebody reps. He never said, we going to cut somebody reps. He never said that. And then he ended up doing it. So you just can't trust people, man. Don't trust people's words. Trust their actions. Right? No matter what you do, don't trust people's words, y'all, because people can change at any moment. Don't trust people's words because they can change at any moment. Trust their actions. And when you trust their actions, that's when you get a better feel of who they are. And if they not man or woman to face you when they switch up, that lets you know, oh, okay. Oh, okay. And when they switch up and they ain't man and woman enough to come to you and tell you why they did it, oh, all right. That lets you know further what type of time and who they are and their character. Because you don't publicly tell me it's my turn. You don't publicly tell me it's my turn. And then just pull the rug up under me with no explanation at all. You just gonna go live, you just gonna go like it's regular day now? You gotta be a man or woman to face that man or woman while you switched up. And you already know they not gonna do it. They ain't gonna do it, dog. Most people ain't man or woman enough to face the people they switched up on. So imagine being in corporate and they switch up on you. They're not gonna explain themselves to you. You just another number. Always remember, you're just another number. That's it. They're never gonna explain why they gave somebody else a raise and not give it to you, and you've been there longer. They're not going to explain it. They just going to do it. They're not going to explain why you supposed to get the promotion and they give it to somebody else. They ain't going to explain it. It just is what you just another number. It is what it is. That's just life, man. Is it fair? No. But is it fair is it fair? It depends on how you look at it. because everybody see things through a different lens, especially depend on the situation. So you just got to understand, don't trust people words, trust their actions, man. And that's how you really find out who is really who, when you trust their actions. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to do. You got to trust people actions over their words, because things change. Right? Things change. You might today they might feel like being like this, and tomorrow they might feel like this. So you never hang on people words, because any day things can change, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Why you think there are people break up? People fall out of love. Marry you know what I'm saying? People get a divorce. Why do you think that? It's a lot of reasons. But guess what? When people talk about relationship, what is it? Communication. What's the number one thing people fail at in relationships? No matter if it's business or monogamous or intimate. What's the number one thing say when it didn't work? Communication. Communicate. That's the number one thing that a lot of people always talk about. It's the communication, bro. But they say, I ain't really mad about that. Like, I don't like it, but I'm not really mad this. But you could have told me, bro. You could have told me. Ain't that what people say, bro? That's the highest on the list. When situations don't go right, what's the most thing they say? Communication. Communication. I don't really care about that. Or I didn't like this, but you could have told me, man. You could have talked to me, man. Right? Or you didn't. Well, I tried to talk to you, didn't listen, right? So some people, they do try to talk, and the other person, I don't care, I don't want to listen. So that's what's going on. Poor communication. And in this world, it's a lot of that going on. There's so much bad communication going on, man. It's very bad. And it's not like you have to like fight over it or anything, or like, it's like, just be a man or woman and admit, you know what, I could have done better. You right, I could have been better at communicating. I should have told Shedeur, and I should have told the media. If Deshaun Watson knows, then everybody should know. When I go in front of the camera, let me tell them. Let me go tell Shedeur too, so he don't get blindsided. Right? And sometimes in life, things do happen at spare of the moment. So let's just say Todd Monken, right before practice, he had an idea. Right? Nothing wrong with that. Let's just say right before practice, Todd Monken had an idea. He had an idea. And it just happened. You know what? I want to give Deshaun Watson more reps. I want to see what he can do right here. Sometimes that happens, right? At the drop of a dime, it happens. Just to say that happened. Why not just say that, right? Why not just come out and say, you know what? It was supposed to be Shedeur Day. But I just want to give him a little bit more reps and see what he got. You are the coach. You can say that. You don't have to sugarcoat. You don't have to, these are grown men, bro. These not kids. These are grown men. You don't need to lie to grown men. And that is the problem with these coaches and these GMs and managers. They like lying to grown men. And I never understood that. I never understood coaches and GMs go in front of the camera and then knowingly that's not what's going on. Even last year, they all knew it was a lie. They all knew it was never going to be a fair competition. But they kept saying it in front of the camera. Right? But they knew it was a lie. They knew Kevin Stefanski wasn't going to do it. They all knew it. But they kept saying it in front of the camera. For what? These are grown men. You don't need to lie to grown men. Look, that's something I never knew. When they did it last year, I just couldn't believe it. And now they back doing it again. It's like, bro, these are grown men, bro. Like, let's tell them what's going on. If you changed at the last minute, they said, all right, Shedeur, I know you might be upset, but I want to give Deshaun a little bit more looks at this scheme. Let's see what he got. Bro, he's a grown man, bro. He might not like it, but at least he know. But you don't just wait till it's almost practice time and then drop the bomb on him. And even if you do, be a man and go face him and tell him, bro. Go be a man and go face him. and then come out to the media. Hey, media, yeah, I said this, but you know what I'm saying? I at the last minute, I just wanted to give him a little bit more. Ain't nothing wrong with trying to give Deshaun Watson a little bit more. It's nothing wrong with that, right? It's nothing wrong with giving Deshaun Watson a little bit more if that's what you want to do. Just admit it. That's what you wanted to do. I never understood it, but it does make sense, y'all. What we do know about Cleveland Browns organization, that they do be telling these reporters certain stuff and they don't want to admit it. They do be telling some of these reporters the opposite of Shedeur, and they don't want to come out and admit it. Because ain't no way last year that Mary Kay Cabot was saying stuff about Shedeur, and it comes out that some of the organization was saying it. But they don't want to come out and stand on it. Oh, okay, cool. So I really believe there's people inside the office doing that, which is fine. I'm cool with that. But don't be out here like doing this extra stuff, bro. Let these men battle and get out the way. And that's what I don't like about coaches today. The coaches be in the way, man. You know, they just be in the way. Get out the way. If it's a battle, then get the hell out the way. You know what I'm saying? These coaches be in the way too much. Get out the way and let them play football and see who wins at the end of the day. When I played team sports growing up, the coaches got the hell out the way. All right? You, and you, and you, and you. Fight for the spot. Go. You. Every now and then you might have a favoritism. Okay, cool. But for the most part, the coaches got out the way. You want the spot? Go battle for it then. You want this spot? Go battle for it then. Right? And if you late for practice, it diminishes your chance. If you late for practice, it diminishes your chance of getting the spot. That's what I grew up on. Other than that, the coaches get the hell out the way. Go ahead and battle. Go. You want that spot? Go battle it. You want to be first string, second string? Go battle. I'm not going to help you. You got to help yourself. Every now and then you might have some favoritism. That's part of the game. But for the most part, you got to battle for your spot. Get your ass out the way. It's too much, you know what I'm saying? Too much this little game stream playing, bro. Get out of here. That's why Cleveland Browns ain't gonna never be nothing. Because the organization ain't nothing. They don't know how to just get out the way. Get your ass out the way. Let these players play, bro. God damn. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about it, man. Get out the way, man. Now they back here again. You know they're not gonna say nothing. They ain't gonna come out and say, you know what? This is why we did it. We don't know. We gonna see. We gonna see what's going on, man. We gonna definitely see why they did what they did, man. We gonna definitely see why they did what they did. All right. So let's let me see. Let's go to another video, bro. Let's go to another video. Where's he at? Let's see. I think it's called Dog. Let me see. Is it Dog? Let me see. What's that? It's a Cleveland Brown video. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see something. You know what? I might have it right here. Hold on a minute. Hold on. I think I got it right here. Let's see. All right. Here we go right here.
And my recap's a little...
Hold on. Let's turn this back on. Wait, hold on. Oh, yeah. Let's turn that back on. All right, here we go.
Today was day 8 of Browns training camp, and my recap's a little late tonight because I was actually at training camp today in Berea, as you can tell. But the pads came back on today, and the team took full advantage, working on a lot of run game installation. Honestly, there really wasn't a ton of passing.
Oh, no, this is not the right one. My bad. That's not the right one. My bad. Hold on. That's not the right one.
Today was day 8 of...
That's not the right one. What's the name of his channel again? I think it's like Dog something. Hold on, Dog something. Hold on, real quick. Wait. I forgot the name of his channel. Let me go try to find it. Hold on. All right, check this out. Hold on, y'all. Check this out. Shedeur just posted, man. Shedeur just posted real quick. All right, Shedeur just posted real quick. Y'all see what's going on? Yeah, y'all see what's going on? Shedeur just posted real quick, y'all. Y'all see that? Yeah, man. And they mad. They mad he get to do this outside of work. He still get to work. Outside of work, he still getting to work. And they mad about it. And they really be mad about it. My boy out there still fresh as he can be. You know what I'm saying? That's his new post right there, y'all. That's his new post. Come on, man. You already know what it is, man. All right, you already know what time it is. All right, here we go. The Dog Podcast, y'all. The Dog Podcast. Here we go. All right, let's go. Where's it at? Okay. Shout out to the Dog Podcast. Here we go.
Day. It was Shedeur Sanders' day with the first team, except, psych, no, it was Deshaun Watson who took all the first team reps again today. Now, two thoughts on this before we get crazy. One, today would have been Shedeur's third padded practice this week compared to just one so far for Deshaun Watson. So maybe they decided to even out the week and make it two padded practices for Shedeur and two for Watson. Number two, the plan was likely always to start Watson on the road against Chicago and then start Shedeur at home during the preseason. Come on, the Browns know what that home crowd is going to look like if they run Watson out there with the starters in Cleveland. And honestly, I kind of think both things could be true here, so I'm just preparing you now, barring something crazy. Deshaun Watson will likely be taking the bulk of first-team reps next week in preparation to start against the Bears on Saturday. Now, the one weird thing, though, today, and I won't read too much into it until Monday, but Dillon Gabriel apparently ran a lot of the second team drills today. So instead of Shedeur being the second team quarterback, he split all those reps with Dillon Gabriel. Could be nothing, could be the Browns doing Browns things. But moving on, Casey.
All right. So you hear that? Shout out to my boy, the Dog Podcast. Shout out to him. He be doing his 1-2 step. Y'all hear that? Now that's funny he say that because people been saying that on Twitter. Oh, Deshaun Watson is actually that he's the guy. They be saying that on Twitter, y'all. I'm not lying. Right? They say that like, yo, it's secretly, but Deshaun Watson, he's the guy. Now, they said they don't know for sure. They said it on Twitter yesterday. They said, look, I called one of my sources, and they said Deshaun, they looking at giving Deshaun Watson the first week starter, but things can change. And then that's funny they say that, right? And then that happened. So I don't know, y'all. And remember, Mary Kay Cabot been saying it for weeks. Mary Kay Cabot been saying it for weeks that her inside source is telling her that Deshaun Watson is the guy. Her inside source has been telling her for weeks. And then somebody on Twitter the other day said, yeah, their source said the same thing. And he said, this is now I don't know. But on Twitter, he said, this is a reliable source that I go to all the time. That they said they want Deshaun Watson to be the guy. But things can change. And so it's starting to look like, and what he just said, Deshaun Watson will start on the road, and then Shedeur will start at home. Hey, it's starting to look like people are starting to put it together. I don't know, y'all. It's starting to look like that. Again, I'm not really going crazy about it because I know in business things change. And business things change. They change their mind, and they don't feel like they gotta tell you. They switch their mind and they don't feel like they gotta tell you. They just don't. They don't feel like they gotta tell you, dog. And I know it sucks because you're like, you could have told me. They just don't feel like they gotta tell you. They don't feel like it. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. So what he's saying is, maybe they wanted to even the padding practice. Shedeur got 2 padded practices. Deshaun only got 1. So maybe they wanted to even it. Maybe that could be true. Or maybe they getting Deshaun Watson ready for the Bears game because it's supposed to be on the road. Maybe that is true. But again, why Todd Monken just can't say that? Why Todd Monken just can't say it? Why he just didn't tell Shedeur that's the new plan? You got an old plan, and now we got a new plan. It's just weird to me that the man spent all of his time talking all of this, telling reporters, hey, you don't know what you basically telling reporters they don't know what they talking about. You need to. We going after reporters on the behalf of Todd Monken, and then out of nowhere you do this. That is kind of crazy, man. I can't lie. Now we don't know why he did it, but the speculation is maybe Deshaun Watson needed an extra padded practice because remember, Todd Monken did bring that up. If y'all remember, was it yesterday or I think it's yesterday? And in his press conference, he did say that padded practices looks different than non-padded practices because they was asking about the quarterback Shedeur and Deshaun. So he did say padded practices are way different than non-padded practices. So maybe my boy from the Dog Podcast, maybe he on to something. Maybe Shedeur already had 2 and he only had 1. So maybe they wanted to give him see what he looked like in another padded practice. That could be right. But why just not say that? You are the coach. You make the rules. You call the audibles, right? You can change up the itinerary whenever you want. I just don't understand just why Shedeur didn't know. Mary Kay Cabot said Deshaun already knew 45 minutes before noon. So why Shedeur didn't know? Shedeur should have been the first one to know then. But we don't really know if Shedeur already knew. We don't know. Okay, so I'm not going to say he didn't know. We don't know if Shedeur already knew. All I'm saying is, if Deshaun knew before the press conference, why would Todd Monken act like Shedeur is getting all the reps? Are you telling me that Todd Monken didn't know? Something ain't right about this story. How did Deshaun know but Todd Monken didn't know before the press conference? That's what Mary Kay Cabot said. I don't know, y'all. Something ain't right about this, man. Something ain't right about this. I really don't know. All right, let's go to another one. All right, here y'all go. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if you can see it. But this is Daniel Oyefusi. How you say his name? Shedeur Sanders was supposed to take majority of the reps with the ones offense today. Coach Monken said it's Sanders Day and alternating reps. Monken said there might be 7-on-7 session with Deshaun Watson. That's exactly what he said. And then there were personal groupings that Todd Monken wanted to see with Deshaun Watson today, which is why he worked with the first team instead of Shedeur Sanders. It was expected. Okay, there it is. There it is. Okay, so we found it. We found it right here. Shout out to Cameron Justice. Cameron Justice said, okay, there were personal groupings that Todd Monken wanted to see with Deshaun Watson. That's the only logical reason, y'all. That's what I came up with my brain. After watching everybody video yesterday, I'm like, okay, that means he just wanted to see Deshaun Watson in a different setting. That's the only, and that's what she said. Cameron Justice, she take all the videos and post them for us. So she know what she talking about. So let's read it again. Shout out to Cameron Justice. There were personal groupings that Todd Monken wanted to see Deshaun Watson today. That's it. Because there's no other explanation for this, y'all. They wanted to see him in another setting. And that's the only thing that makes sense, right? So all I'm saying is, why you just didn't say that? You know what I'm saying? Why would you just not say that? Why would you, again, last minute, okay, cool, last minute. But why would you still say Shedeur get all the reps? Now, somebody is lying. Did it happen before the press conference or after the press conference? Somebody out here lying. Did he know after the press conference or before the press conference? I don't know, man. Mary Kay Cabot saying, hey, that man out here lying. He already knew. He already knew. Deshaun already knew before you went on camera that he was getting the ones. So are you telling me that they make decisions without Todd Monken? I don't know, y'all. This is kind of crazy out here. But shout out to Cameron. Okay, so we got our answer, y'all. We got our answer. There was personal groupings that Todd Monken wanted to see Deshaun Watson in, which why he worked with the first team instead of Shedeur was expected. All right, that makes sense because nothing else makes sense after that. Like I said, in life, man, things happen. In life, nothing always goes as planned. All right, but it's what you do, how you respond, how you assess it, and how you respond. And they said Shedeur responded pretty good. You could tell he was pissed off, but he still responded pretty good. Yeah, man, it's gonna happen. I knew it. I knew it, y'all. I'm like, yo, it had to only be he wanted to see him in another setting. That's the only reason. And for the get confirmation for Cameron Justice, that's what it was. From what somebody told her. Okay, I respect it. All right, I respect it. All right, so let's see what else. Let's see what he say today. Our boy, the Dog Podcast. Let's see what he say today. Let's see what he got. Hold on.
Yesterday.
Hold on.
It was weird. Just wait until you three.
Hold on.
Before Saturday's practice, Todd Monken reaffirmed to the media that it was Shedeur Sanders' day with the first-team offense, and then Deshaun Watson proceeded to take every single first-team snap during practice, with Shedeur splitting the twos with Dillon Gabriel. Eyebrows very much raised. And then after practice, a team spokesperson issued a statement. Honestly, I don't know if I've ever seen a team spokesperson issue an official statement after a training camp practice, but anyway, the statement was there were personnel groupings that Todd Monken wanted to see with Deshaun Watson, which is why he worked with the first team instead of Shedeur Sanders, as was expected. Okay, that's great. Still doesn't make any sense because you'd think Monken would have had that plan in mind prior to practice. He doesn't seem like a guy who just flies by the seat of his pants.
Right.
And then today, oh boy, here we go. Mary Kay Cabot published an article.
All right. So there you go. Now let's get to this Dillon Gabriel thing, right? Because all that Dillon Gabriel stuff is coming back again, y'all. Here we go. Now, Todd Monken said Dillon Gabriel is earning more reps because he's doing good. Now, here we go. I respect Dillon Gabriel. I'm not one of those Shedeur fans that talk down on Dillon Gabriel. We do got those type of Shedeur fans who do it. I'm not one of those people. But we ain't doing that, bro. No. Shedeur didn't get to split reps with Dillon Gabriel last year. Why? No. I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. We can't do that. For Todd Monken then to make Shedeur split reps with Dillon Gabriel after you took the first team reps? Hell no. No. You gonna take my first team reps? Okay, cool. Because you want to see Deshaun in a different setting. All right, cool. But what you not gonna do is make me split reps with Dillon Gabriel. That's what you're not about to do. That's just disrespectful, man. What? You gonna take my first team reps and then make me split my second team reps with Dillon Gabriel because you like how he's moving around now? Come on, man. That's what really pissed me off. All right, now we got our answer with the first team reps. Cool. But you gonna take all my second team reps and I gotta split them up? Oh, come on, dog. Come on, what we doing, man? What we doing, y'all? Like I said, in life, things do change. Right? Okay, cool. He woke up before practice. Like I said, somebody lying, bro. Somebody lying. Either Mary Kay lying or Todd Monken is lying. Either Mary Kay lying or Todd Monken knew he wasn't going to get it and still said it on camera. Because that's what Kevin Stefanski did. Kevin Stefanski kept saying Shedeur was going to get a shot and he knew he wasn't going to get a shot. Y'all remember that? Every week, Kevin Stefanski, oh, he's coming along. Don't worry. It's coming. And they came and found out he was going to red shirt his ass. Y'all remember that? It came out that he was going to red shirt his ass. So on camera, oh, it's coming, y'all. It's coming. But he already knew it ain't never going to happen. But I'm gonna tell the media it's coming. But I'm gonna redshirt him. He ain't gonna never happen. So we did. So last year we did with a lie. Now we gotta deal with lying again. Come on, man. Come on, y'all. This is crazy. Somebody lying. Either Mary Kay Cabot lying or Todd Monken lied. Something going on. It's weird. It's always with Shedeur. No conspiracy with Dylan Gabriel. No conspiracy with Deshaun. It gotta be. We gotta be conspiracy with you. Like what? How is this happening again? I gotta split my reps with Dylan. Look, I respect Dylan Gabriel, bro. He's still grinding. No matter what, he's still doing. He's still, like they said, he getting better at whatever he doing. Cool. But I should not have to split my reps with no Dylan Gabriel, bro. Nah, player. Hell no. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. And I'm sorry, y'all, that the comments turned off. I never turned them off. YouTube turned them off. I don't know what's that's about. That's weird, man. That's weird. I don't know. But I
just think what happened at Browns practice. Yeah.
Why would you take my first team reps away? Okay, cool. I get that. But you gonna take my second team reps away too? Yeah, that's kind of crazy, bro. That's kind of crazy, man. That is kind of crazy, bro. All right, so here go the tracker right here, right? He got through 10 days of training camp. Shedeur Sanders 140 over 140 completed out of 199 with 70.3, 9 touchdowns, 4 interceptions for Shedeur. For Deshaun Watson, 219 attempts versus 140 completions, which is 63.9%, 16 touchdowns and 8 interceptions, right? And you got Dylan Gabriel, 98 attempts with 63 completed, 64.3% completion ratage with 5 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. All right? So hold on, y'all. Right? And what they tell y'all, it's about production, right? Okay, cool. Shedeur got 9 touchdowns with 4 interceptions. Deshaun got the extra reps yesterday that put him over Shedeur. So he got 16 touchdowns with 8 interceptions. And then, what's the name, got 5 touchdowns with 5 interceptions. What's the biggest knock they had on Shedeur last year, y'all? His interceptions to touchdown ratio was too close. Hold on. Remember that, y'all. Remember last year? His interception touchdown ratio is just too close. We don't like it. Well, Deshaun got 16 and 8. Dylan Gabriel got 5 and 5. Y'all said Shedeur was so bad because he had touchdowns and interceptions damn near the same. That's what they kept saying all offseason. Y'all remember that? All offseason. He ain't that good because he do too many picks. Too many picks and touchdowns is damn near equal. That's they whole. On Ultimate Browns, they keep bringing it up. 92.3 The Fan, they keep bringing it up. That's all they talk about. Too many picks. Too many picks. My boy got 8 interceptions to 16. 50%. Y'all said when it was Shedeur, it was bad. How come it's good and that was good? Remember that? Oh, the interceptions don't matter in practice no more. When Shedeur did it last year, it did. And whenever Shedeur made a mistake in practice, it mattered. Remember that? They blew it up. Oh my God, look at this. Oh my God. They even tried to look over Dylan Gabriel interceptions over Shedeur. Don't ever forget this, y'all. But now it all matters now. I mean, now it don't matter. Deshaun throw a hell of interceptions. It's all good, man. It's a new coach, a new system. It's all good. But it was new for Shedeur. How come you didn't give it? Oh. They overlooking Dylan Gabriel mishaps. Oh, the coach said Dylan Gabriel doing good? Oh, shit. Dylan Gabriel back, baby. Now Dylan Gabriel doing interviews, surprise interviews now. Bro, what the heck? Hey, what's going on? Hey, Dylan Gabriel was an afterthought until Todd Monken said his name. Am I lying? Dylan Gabriel was an afterthought until Todd Monken broke him up. And now here come Mary Kay Cabot. Here come everybody else. Ooh, Dylan Gabriel. Oh, wow. Wait a minute. Y'all care nothing about that man? saying. Yo, they so diabolical. When Dylan Gabriel got a concussion, they stopped talking about him. Y'all remember that? When my boy Dylan Gabriel got a concussion and Shedeur won his starting job, they act like Dylan Gabriel never existed. Now they back giving him praise again because Todd Monken said he having some good practices. They act like he never existed. That's crazy, bro. These people crazy, man. I never seen a local media do this before. I've been watching sports since I was a little kid, y'all. This is the first time in my life I ever seen a local media. Now of course you got some local media who go after you, right? LeBron James had a couple local medias go after you. Boston is known for going after some players, okay? Okay, Boston is big. They known for doing that. You know, they did it to LeBron James a little bit here, right? Okay, cool. But I just never seen this right here, bro. I never seen this. These people really are going overboard to act like Shedeur don't matter. They're willing to fight tooth and nail that Shedeur don't matter. They like, oh no, it's all good. Dylan Gabriel, hey coach, Dylan Gabriel back? Okay, cool, fuck it, he back. They act like Dylan Gabriel never existed, man. Now he exists again. Well, you know, if Shedeur and Dylan Gabriel can't do it, you know what? I mean, if Shedeur and Deshaun can't do it, fuck it. Dylan Gabriel, come on. Wait a minute. You act like Dylan Gabriel was in a casket. Y'all act like he was deceased. Hold on, man. Let me show y'all this, bro. Let me go find that video. Y'all gotta hear this. These people are really doing this Dylan Gabriel thing now. What? Y'all act like that man was in a casket. Y'all act like he wasn't alive. Hold on, y'all. Let me go find that video, y'all. Hold on. I got y'all, man. Because this is crazy. The stuff they doing, man, is crazy right now. It's crazy that Shedeur got them losing their mind like this. Now the Dylan Gabriel stuff is back. Hold on. Where's it at? Is it on this page? I think it's on this page. Let me see. Let me see. Where is it at, y'all? Where is it? Is it Ultimate Browns or 92.3? I think it's 92.3. It might be 92.3. Let me see. Is it 92.3 who did that? Is that no, that's not it. Let me see. 92.3. Let me see. Is this it? No. Where's that video at, y'all? Hold on. I need y'all to hear this. Is this the one? No, I don't think that's the one. Where is it? Oh, snap. Where is it at? Hold on. Let me type it in. Hold on. Let me type it in. 92.3. Where you at? 92.3. Let's go to the shorts. Okay, let's see. Where is it at? Is it this one? Nah, that ain't. Let me see. Dang, where is it at? Let me see.
Want to listen to it, fine. If you don't want to pay attention to it or you want to accuse us of saying things that we don't mean, fine. I don't give a damn about that. But I'll tell you about
Here we go.
this. If you go into this season and Deshaun
Being the starting quarterback, attention to it, or you want to.
I want y'all to listen to this. Because before Dylan Gabriel was an afterthought. When that man got a concussion and Shedeur won the starting spot, they act like that man didn't care. They act like he was deceased. Now they bringing him back up. Watch this. Look at this.
Accuse us of saying things that we don't mean. Fine, I don't give a damn about that. But I'll tell you about this. If you go into this season and Deshaun Watson ends up being the starting quarterback and he sucks out loud and Shedeur Sanders goes in there week 3 in the first home game and he just lights it up all over the place, yeah, I'll feel really great that Shedeur Sanders had a good game and we hopefully would have won that week 3 football game. But we have to have a segment or many about the confidence level of Todd Monken and this coaching staff where you went through an entire offseason, you went through an entire training camp, an entire program, and you got to this thought where you didn't see Shedeur Sanders doing any of this. Like that's what I would have to do. It's uncomfortable.
comfortable. It's not fun. It has to be done, though. And so even though that, it looks like a lot, but I know we've waffled back and forth this week, and there was a time coming off that practice that I thought, man, maybe Shedeur really has a crack at this thing. Maybe my tide is turning here. I would still say Deshaun Watson is in the lead to start week one. Doesn't mean that I don't reserve the right, and I understand that he reminds me of bad football, and I'm ready to move on, and I think a lot of Browns fans agree with me. I'll be open-minded to Todd Monken. I'm not going to rip Todd Monken that much harder just because my guy didn't get to start. I want to be fair, but I'm also going to be fair in the criticism.
Oh, damn, that's not the one. But y'all hear that? A lot of people are saying Deshaun Watson is in the league. That's not the one. I thought that was the one. Hold on. Where is it at? Where's the one where they talk about Dylan Gabriel? Is this the one? I'm trying to figure out what is it at.
If you want to listen to it, fine. If you don't want to pay attention to it, or you want to accuse us of saying, and this coaching staff, where you went through an entire offseason, you went through an entire training camp, an entire program, and
where is that? Where is the Dylan Gabriel joint at, bro? I'm trying to find, where is it at? Let me see. They got one where they talk about Dylan Gabriel, bro. Where the heck is it at? Let me see.
I'm telling you this, so he could go out.
No, that ain't it.
The anybody but Shedeur thing. Shedeur is going to be good enough.
No, not that. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. And where is it? I don't know where it's at, man. They got too many posts, bro. I can't find it. I thought I had it saved, man. I thought I had that video saved. Man. That's crazy.
Everybody outside of Todd Monken does not have that trust for me. Now, here's the... Deshaun has had 2 good practices.
Here's what all banks...
He's got an intensity about him, and he's a teacher. You can say for Deshaun, the high-level stuff...
Today we'd like to...
I don't know, you can say somebody's had a better week. This has kind of been my read.
If you want to listen to it, fine. If you don't...
Damn, I can't find it. Damn, I can't find it, man. I wish I had it. I wish I had that video where they brought up Dylan Gabriel, bro. Where is it? Did they take it down? Did they take that video down where they talk about Dylan Gabriel, bro? Where is it? I wonder if they took it down, man. No, I don't think they took it down. Damn, where is it, man? I just listened to it.
The anybody but Shedeur thing. Want to listen to it, fine. If you don't want to pay it, I don't reserve the right, and I understand that he reminds me a bit.
I don't know where. I thought I had it, man. I can't find it. Oh, I can't find it. Hold on.
He's got an intensity about him, and he's a teacher. He is an absolute teacher on the field, and I know that at some point there's...
Deshaun has had 2...
Oh, let's see if I can find it. Hold on. Dylan. Where is it at? Hold on, y'all. Let me see something. Man, where's that Dylan Gabriel video at, y'all? Hold on. Let's try this. Hold on.
Check this out. I'm going to show you how I afford it.
I can't find that video. I don't know where it's at. But here go on the Ultimate Browns. They got a video of Ultimate Browns talking about this. Let's see.
A light crowd. There was not a lot going on. So whatever was said in that stance was heard. There's no doubt about it.
Wow. Jay, we've talked about this problem and different scenarios ad nauseum. I get it.
If you were picking a starting quarterback right now, and you're going with Shedeur.
Hold on. Where's the Dylan Gabriel point at? Let me see.
I get it. Yes, if someone has to be one, someone has to be 1A.
Yeah.
Hold on, y'all.
He,
Where's that video? I'm trying to find it, man. Where's it at? Where's the video of Dylan Gabriel, bro? I can't believe I can't find it. That's crazy. All right, here we go. Here we go one.
Guys went
Slacker.
on Friday. G, you went on Friday and Saturday. You're going back today. But there was a lot of hoopla online this weekend about Dylan Gabriel impressing, looking better than at least we had anticipated.
Who is creating this hoopla? This alleged hoopla.
This alleged hoopla?
There was a lot of chatter about this online. So,
By who?
So much
Fans?
so,
Twitter.
people, Twitter.
Anybody in the media?
Yes.
Who?
And if you let me finish one gosh darn sentence, well, maybe I'll be able to tell you.
You know Bull. He's not going to let you finish it.
So I texted Zach Jackson, if
Yeah.
you want a name, and said, Zach, I know I haven't been in practice yet, but would it be outrageous to throw a topic in tomorrow asking if Dylan Gabriel has a chance at working his way into the quarterback competition if he continues to play as good as Twitter says? His answer, quote, not at all, end quote. So, Bull,
Yeah.
I don't care what you have to say. Dustin, is
Now, y'all see that? I'm not saying Dylan Gabriel not improved. He definitely improved, y'all. But why when is Shedeur, y'all overhyping it, bro? When Shedeur do something good, y'all overhyping it. Y'all overhyping it, man. Y'all overhyping it, man. Overhyping it. But now, Dylan Gabriel get a little love from Todd Monken. Now they doing segments on it. What? Wait, so it's overhyping if Shedeur do something? But now Dylan Gabriel is getting better. Now, oh yeah, he could definitely get number 2 now. He can win the number 2 spot now, y'all. Come on, bro. You even got Anthony Lima talking about, why you guys talking about dimes in practice? You guys really talking about Shedeur throwing dimes in practice? There's no such thing as that. That's what you guys talking about? Since when you can't throw a dime in practice? Since when you can't acknowledge somebody throwing a dart in practice out of nowhere? Anthony Lima is sick in the head, bro. That guy right there, Anthony Lima, that dude is like, he's one of the biggest Shedeur haters I ever seen in my life. That dude is sick. You can't throw dimes in practice now?
there a chance that Dylan Gabriel could work his way into the quarterback 1 competition if he continues to play above what expectations were beforehand throughout the rest of camp?
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it's still early enough in this process where anybody in that room has an opportunity to compete for the job.
Dustin is another one, y'all. Dustin on Ultimate Browns. This guy right here. He another one. You ain't gotta agree. Shedeur ain't gotta be your cup of tea. But to act like, come on, man. Dylan Gabriel can win the starting job now? Come on, man. We ain't doing that, bro.
Taylor Green could have an opportunity if he plays well in the preseason and everybody else around him plays poorly. I mean, the Browns are not in a position to turn good quarterback play away. If somebody has a spark or shows some sign of anything in practice or in the meeting rooms or whatever, like, that player is going to be given an opportunity. Dylan Gabriel started games for the Browns last year. Did he play well? No, but nobody did. So it's not like we're asking him to, be like a world beater here. Like, if he plays better than Deshaun and better than Shedeur, for sure should be given opportunities. I listened this morning. Our good friend Ken Carman of 92.3 The Fan was making the same argument that Dylan Gabriel should be given some opportunity to compete, and I think that he should.
I'm not a hater, y'all. If they do it, they do it. But come on, man. You came out publicly and said it's a 2-man race. You came out publicly and said it's a 2-man race. You gonna add a third one in here? Come on, man. Come on, y'all.
Good.
This is
He's
crazy.
a 3rd-round pick. Like, whatever you want to say about the guy, you want to say he's short and make all these jokes and say they. Okay, fine. I get it. He looks like he probably is a little overmatched at times.
If you want your kidneys to go from this to this in only 5
My
days.
bad.
But he was a heck of a college quarterback for like 19 years at a high level, and did play in the NFL last year, and did play okay at times, but mostly bad. Similar to Shedeur.
Yeah.
Okay at times, but mostly bad.
Yeah.
As most quarterbacks do for the Browns, considering the offensive line they had last year and previous years. So
And
like,
receivers.
and the most of the receivers, more so because the line was just bad last year, not the year before.
True.
But yeah, 100% should be given the opportunity to compete for the job. And laugh all you want and say that Fox is an idiot, but have you looked at the room? Have you looked at the quarterback room and seen what we have in there? Like, there's just...
Let's go to G. Bush. Let's go to G. Bush, y'all. Let's go to G. Bush. Here we go.
G. Bush is undertaking. It's going to be a victory lap for something that people is not really keen on. So let me go give you this. McNuggets. Remember in the offseason when I told you, when people said, you are nuts to think if the Browns are going to have the same quarterback room starting camp. Dylan Gabriel, Shedeur Sanders, and Deshaun Watson. What did G. Bush say? I said, what are y'all talking about? All three of them going to be there. As a matter of fact, I put it in the books. All of them. They're like, no. They about to get rid of Dylan. Shedeur can't be the backup. They're going to pay Deshaun Watson to go somewhere else. And here we are, first day of pad.
Yep, G. Bush is right. They said Dylan go get traded. They said Deshaun Watson go get traded or waived. They said that. And they even said Shedeur might be traded. They had all three quarterbacks get some people had all three quarterbacks getting traded. Somebody was getting traded. And G. Bush said, no, they not. They ain't finna move nobody.
And it's the same people I told you about. Let me tell you something. I was on the sideline, and I've said this multiple times. On the sideline, when you are watching Shedeur Sanders, Dylan Gabriel, and Deshaun Watson, when you are watching them throw, each of them makes throws that say, I can see why you're a quarterback in the NFL and they pay you money. Because they have traits and skills that are NFL quarterback type skill sets, right? So when you look at Dylan Gabriel and you look at what he's doing, he does have good velocity on the football.
Right.
He does push the ball outside of the numbers very well.
Right.
He does have enough mobility to move around. He just has limitations of seeing in the pocket.
And that's all we ever said about Dylan Gabriel. He's just too short. Can he dink and dunk like a master chef? Yes, he can. Can he dink and dunk like a master? Short passes for Dylan Gabriel is money. Money. But we talking about 25, 30, 40, 50 yards down the field. Can he do that on a consistent basis? No, because he's too damn small. That's all we ever said, man. That's all. And guess what? It's still the same thing now. It's the same thing. He is a master chef at short yardage. Bing, 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 bing. But what happened when them big linemen? What happened when them big linemen start getting through there? What's going to happen? He can't see. He can't see. That's all we ever said, man. We never said he can't process good. We never said that. We never said he can't learn plays. We never said that. We never said he can't get out the pocket and hit the short yardage. We never said that. We said 25, 30 yards. That's what we said. And he can't see. He's too little. That's why Kevin Stefanski cooked up personal extra protection for him. Duh. Right? Didn't Kevin Stefanski make sure he had extra protection when he was starting? Duh. So it's like, come on, man. He got limitations and y'all know it. Well, Shedeur holds the ball too long and his pre-snap. Is Shedeur holding the ball too long pre-snap? Right? Is that, what's more? What's more detrimental? A short-ass quarterback who can't throw it down the field because he can't see? Or somebody who could get better at pre-snap and he could get better at throwing the ball faster? Which one you want? Come on, man. Y'all know what's going on, bro. Y'all know what's going on.
The problem is People made him to be the supercomputer. And I was like, no, he's not the supercomputer. But here's a 3rd round pick. Why would I just trade him for free and get him up out of here? Hey, he's a perfectly good. If you need somebody to come into some spot duty, he's shown that he can do some things. He just has limitations.
That's it. That's it. That's all, y'all. That's all people said. Hold on. That's it. Let's go to what's the name? Where's it? Let me see. Why Anthony Lima crazy ass at? Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Listen to this, y'all. Listen to this right here.
What I do know about Shedeur.
I don't know who this guy is. I want y'all to listen to this. These people be making up stuff about Shedeur that we all know is a lie. Listen to this.
Is that he was at Jackson State with Travis Hunter, and they were supposedly had the best recruits at an HBCU.
Right there, he lied. When Travis went to Jackson State, they had the top class of recruits in Jackson State. That is a lie. That is a bold-faced lie. And they let him sit there and say that. Just to discredit Shedeur, they let him sit up there and make a lie so he could discredit. Who said Jackson State had some of the best recruits out of the whole college football? Who the hell said that? That was not true at all. Did they get Travis? Yes. Did they get some other nice recruits? Yes. But they didn't have. They dominated the recruits around the college football. That never happened. Let's keep going.
And they didn't win the Black College National Championship 2 years in a row. So there were some deficiencies in his game. What
they didn't win the Black College Championship. They won the SWAC Championship 2 years in a row. They didn't win the Celebration Bowl. They won a SWAC Championship back to back. They didn't win the Celebration Bowl. The man don't even know what he's talking about. This is why we be like, what? Well, they didn't win because of Shedeur. That's a lie. They did not lose because of Shedeur. That is a lie. You know it because you can go back and watch the videos. They got them on YouTube. These people really just get on these shows and just lie about Shedeur all the time. They didn't win the Black Championship because of Shedeur deficiencies. That is a whole lie, and he know it. But he gonna call in and lie. Let's keep going.
What I can tell you is that I know he's gotten a hell of a lot better under Todd Monken.
He got better under Todd Monken. Is there NFL things he had to learn? Yes. But try to put it, well, it's Todd Monken who got him better. We ain't doing that, buddy. We not doing that. He know what he need to work on. He got a hell of a lot better. No, we not doing that. We're just not. We'll give Todd Monken a little bit of credit. We're not gonna say he got a hell of a lot better. He's still the Shedeur. A little tweak here and a little tweak there. Now, the pre-snap is the only thing. That's the only major thing they keep bringing up is the pre-snap stuff. But to say he got a hell of a lot better, no, he is who he is, man.
Because Todd is a no-nonsense guy. I know Deshaun is going to be better than he's been because Todd is a no-nonsense guy. That's just the way it is. I mean, he coached you hard, but he coached you fair. Both of those guys will have their best careers
I respect Todd Monken, but we're not gonna be like, oh well, he got Shedeur. Nah, man, nah, we ain't doing it.
I would say for Deshaun, the high level stuff is still very high level, and the arm looks very good. It looks very live. Unfortunately, the accuracy has been.
Hold on, y'all.
What I'm pointing out, though, is just simple common sense and simple truth to regular Browns fans who were here before, and hopefully it's a long time after because I want him to be successful, but before and after Shedeur Sanders. Where it's like, hey, you have an open competition, quote unquote, which it is about as open as I've ever seen a Browns quarterback competition.
Between two guys.
Yes, and we were told between two guys. But if neither one of those guys want to step up and take that job, which was the conversation we had yesterday, then yeah, if Dylan Gabriel continues to maximize his reps, I'm in no position to be choosy looking at the Cleveland Browns here, where I have what I think is a good young football team surrounding the most important position on the field. The offensive line struggled yesterday, but a good young football team with some good young players that probably need another draft or two to help them out, surrounded by the worst position group in football, arguably, which has been said we're at least bottom five. You can't sit there and deny that. That's what people think of it. Okay, fine. How do I make this thing better? What I'm pointing out, though, is just simple.
You don't care about Dylan Gabriel at all. All because Todd Monken said something. Now they're like, oh, you know what? Let's give Dylan Gabriel a chance. How come y'all didn't say that before then? Why did y'all have to wait till Todd Monken say something to give Dylan Gabriel a chance? This stuff is crazy, man. This is nuts. Now, oh, give him a chance then, man. If everybody else failed, well, that's common sense. If everybody else failed, he number 3. But you didn't care about him until Todd Monken said something. Now, all of a sudden now, you gonna put him up there? Yeah, man, let's go. I am in position to be choosy. But you've been doing that. Y'all been choosing. We don't want Shedeur. We don't want Todd Monken. We want somebody else. Y'all been choosing this whole time. Yo, these people crazy, man. These people out of their mind, bro.
Right now, before Pats, if you're saying who's starting week 1 after
If they said, Lance, we screwed up the schedule.
We got a game
today.
Oh.
we're playing, I'm playing Deshaun Watson then. 2 days without pads before it really counts. I'm playing Deshaun Watson just because.
This man said he'll play Deshaun Watson even though he had more days out of pads. Hey, y'all, this man said he'll play Deshaun Watson over Shedeur, and he had more days out of pads than in pads. What? Huh? You know you got to play the game in pads. He said he'll play him even though he's seen him 4 days out of pads. He'll still play him over Shedeur. Come on. These people are losing their mind, bro.
Just because of the simple fact
the signage back up.
Yeah.
But the experience. Now, that being said, we'll see what happens when pads go on. Those things go up and down, and you hope that competition is right going into the season. And
hold on, there's another one. Where's that? I wish I could find that one. All right, let's go to G. Bush real quick, y'all. Let's go to G. Bush. G. Bush calling out the local media, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Oh, you know what? Let's go to Mary Kay. Let's go to Mary Kay Cabot real quick.
I think it's still open, but I really felt like yesterday turned the tide back towards Deshaun a little bit. And you don't want to overreact to one practice, but I think he needed to go out there and sort of seize the moment and show what he's all about and remind people why he had the edge in the beginning. He just looks the part of an NFL starting quarterback. He can manage all of the things that you need to do at the line of scrimmage. He's got mobility. He's got the arm. He has the total package right now. And I really do think that if the season started tomorrow, I think it would be Deshaun. Yeah.
Y'all hear that? He just looks the part. Nothing wrong with that. He was already a quarterback. After Deshaun had... Now, hold on, y'all. Remember, it got to be context. When it was Shedeur Sanders, We need to find context why he performed well in practice. You know what I heard? Know what they said about Shedeur? You know what they said about Deshaun Watson practice? That it was no pass rush. They said he threw 7 touchdowns with no pass rush. What? Again, I'm just saying. They like this when it's Shedeur, we need context. They said he threw 7 touchdowns with no pass rush, bro. And that's the real context. Bro, this stuff getting out of hand, man. This stuff getting out of hand. Because last year when Shedeur was performing well, they came on and said, well, we got to put everything in context. But when other people perform better or the Shedeur, they don't care about context. How come they didn't put the context on the 7 touchdowns? But when the Shedeur doing good, we got to put it in context, y'all. Yo, that's crazy work, man. That's crazy work, bro.
Again, I could be wrong about that. I still think it is a competition, and I don't think Todd is going to call it yet. But I think he's been dropping some breadcrumbs along the way here and there. He talks about you have to be elite at cadence if you want to be an elite offense.
Now it's cadence, right? Now cadence is the number one thing. No, it ain't. No, it's not. Why when somebody's up against Shedeur, it's always an extra thing. It's cadence. First it was pre-snap, now it's cadence. Mary Kay Cabot. Cadence is nice because it's a certain language for the team. That's what cadence is about. Cadence is a certain language for the offensive line and for the running back and for the receivers when you want to call an audible, right? So cadence is important for that. That's it. It's not about, oh my God, kid. Yeah. So when you call an audible, when you call out plays, the player's like, oh, I know what that is. All right, cool. I know what's going on. Yeah, Deshaun got everything. I think the pre-snap is what Todd Monken is really talking about, though.
And which of those two guys is more elite at cadence? Deshaun showed yesterday in drawing Jared Verse offsides twice on 4th down that he's elite at cadence. He used
Mary Kay Cabot and Tony Grossi lied about they lied about it. Shedeur also drew people offsides too. Shedeur drew people offsides too with the same type of cadence. They didn't put that in there. They didn't say Shedeur did it too. How come they didn't put that in there, man? How come they didn't put that in there? Well, Deshaun Watson did it twice, but Shedeur also did it. You know why? Because on Twitter,
I do think
what's his
right
name?
Now, I think there is
on
some
Twitter. Hold on. Let me go back. Let me show you. Hold on. Let me go back. Hold on. What is this? Where is it at? Hold on. Let me go to here real quick. I think he posted it too. Let me see. Where's it at? I'm sorry, I watched it. Hey, where's it at? I thought he had it on here. All right, here we go. Right here. I don't know if y'all can read that. You probably can't read it. But it says, Daniel Ufusi says, the Browns QBs and offensive line are getting increasingly comfortable with the multiple cadences, right? Todd Monken is installing. the Brown QBs, which means Deshaun Watson and Shedeur, and the offensive line are getting increasingly comfortable with multiple cadences Todd Monken is installing. Both Deshaun Watson and Shedeur Sanders has been able to draw the defense off sides today. But you hear what she said? He's in the lead slightly because his cadence, he's able to draw Jared Verse off twice. Jared Fousey said they both did it. See what I'm saying? I don't know why they got the agenda to just try to downplay Shedeur. It's weird. They don't want him there, bro. They don't want him there. They don't want our boy there, y'all. They don't want him there, dog. I'm not saying everybody in the office, but a lot of the media, bro, they don't want our boy there, bro. They don't want to give him a chance. Even when he was a rookie, they didn't want him. Now it's his second year, they still don't want him, and they still gonna lie on him. They letting it be known we still gonna tell lies on him and muddy his name in the goddamn public. We don't care. It's crazy, man. All right, before we go, man, let's go to G. Bush calling out the local media. G. Bush called out the local media, y'all. Let's go to that real quick.
I do.
And then I'll see y'all later. I'll probably come back live later again. All right, we got to start getting it in because, you know what I'm saying, NFL and college football. College football got like two and a half weeks is here. So get ready. We're going to start doing Colorado content too, y'all. So make sure you go to your notification, hit the 3 bell, and hit all. Make sure you go to notification bell and hit all. We're going to start doing our Colorado content too. All right? We're going to start doing that too. All right, let's go to G. Bush. Let's go to G. Bush calling out the local media, man. Hold on. Here we go. Hold on. Let's go find it. My boy calling out the local media. All right. Hold on. Let's go to his page. And let's go to shorts. Okay, where my boy at? Where is he at? Oh, not shorts. My bad. Why I say shorts? Video. With the upload video. All right, here we go. Here we go, y'all.
I just wanted to come on here real quick. I'm on my way to training camp, and I'll be out there covering the team and doing some things. And as always, I'll give you a little recap of what's going on, in the situation with the Browns training camp. But I wanted to just sit here really quickly and just really, say something I think needs to be said. Like, this is why I'm just starting to realize the media industry is just as corrupt and backwards than the music industry. Whether you're talking about politics, whether you talk about the music industry, like film, man, bro, it's so crooked that it's so wild to me.
My boy G. Bush said, the media industry is so crooked like Hollywood. Do you know how crooked the media gotta be if G. Bush said, y'all just as crooked as Hollywood? Bro, you know how bad that is? Do you know how bad that is to be compared to Hollywood crookedness? Man, this stuff is crazy, man.
And I don't know why I'm getting on here saying this right now, but I just feel like it just needs to be said. The thing that I struggle with the most, and I just gotta fully embrace it, like, we never gonna see eye to eye.
Right.
I am never gonna see eye to eye with some of the people who do this job for a living with me, because we don't have the same principles.
Right.
We don't come from the same thing. So I don't know why I keep having to realize to myself that these people is never gonna be what you are.
Right.
So you should cease to stop expecting somehow to come around to it, because it's not gonna happen.
Right. Like the saying, never expect you from somebody else. That's one of the famous sayings around the world. Stop expecting who you are from somebody else, right? So let's say you loan somebody some money, right? And they don't give it back, or they don't tell you that they check is short or whatever, right? So you're like, man, what the hell, bro? I would have did it. Never expect you from somebody else, right? So like G. Bush is saying, look, man, I the way I report is the way I would want somebody to report on me, right? So G. Bush reports the way he want people to report on him. So that's how he move, right? So respect people. You want to, treat people how you wanted to be treated. Basically, the old cliche: treat people how you want to be treated. That's it, right? And so that's how he reports, because that's how he would want. He wants somebody to give him a fair shot. He wants somebody to tell it real or keep it 100. So that's how he likes to report. And then he also have a side where if I mess up, I'll be out here as a man. And I'll tell you know what? I messed up on that one. I was wrong on that. So that's how he likes to report. But he's starting to see that ain't how most people are. These people crooked out here, man. They crooked out here, man. They crooked out here. It's kind of crazy.
And we all kind of knew that. But just going to practice and watching, it shows you something. This is an eye-opening situation. You go to practice, you see something with your eyes. And the reason I started going to practice is because I wanted to see the difference, not only see how the team is doing and get to a point where we can, cover the team and like regular teams. I wanted to see what's the difference between what people is printing and what people is seeing. And in the days that I've been here, it has been stark. It has been crazy. And what you realize is people don't even know what they're looking at. So I see why the narrative is different from what you see on the football field. Because if you don't understand what you're actually even looking at, you're just going off of just ignorance. And
now, G. Bush is right here, right? He said, I start going to the practices because I need to see if what they writing is matching. What they reporting, is it matching for what is it reporting matching will actually happen. That's why G. Bush start going. Is their reporting matching to what actual happened? And what he say? Hell no. He said, hell no. What the hell are y'all doing? Yeah, it's crazy, right? Why are they leaving stuff out? Why are they leaving context out on certain people, but not on other people? Why are they doing this? Why are y'all not reporting what actually happened for everybody? Why you want to leave this out, but put extras on this? Why y'all doing that? And like he said, if you don't know what you're looking at, how can you really give a thorough report? What they say about people, right? When you're doing there's an investigation and there's a thorough investigation, right? It's always, we investigated, but we need to do a thorough investigation. What he's saying is they don't even know what they looking at, but they talk like they know what they looking at. And that's what most media is. Most media don't know what the hell they talking about because they don't know nothing about no cadence. They don't know nothing about no hard work. They don't know nothing about being the face of a franchise. They don't know nothing about competing for a spot. They don't know nothing about biasness where the coach is going to pick somebody. They don't know nothing about traveling, leaving your family. They don't know nothing about being traded. Now you got to pick up where you left off. They don't know nothing about nothing. They don't know no 3-4. They don't know no cover. They don't know this. They don't know nothing, but they speak like they know it. So it's okay to be a reporter, right? There's a reporter and there's people they call, oh my God, you are one of the greatest journalists we ever seen. There's levels to everything. And what he's saying is a lot of these people in the media act like they are ex-players, ex-coaches, ex-GMs. They don't know anything. I always say the average fan don't know nothing. That's one of my favorite sayings. The average fan don't know anything. They just cheer and cheer, but then they talk like they know everything. They don't know nothing about no goddamn tier 1 apron, tier 2 apron. They don't know nothing about no going over the salary cap. They know nothing, but they talk like they do. That's what he's talking about. I'm one of those fans. I don't look into all that because it don't excite me to know all the numbers and salary cap. So I don't speak on it. I don't do videos on salary cap because I don't care to know about it. I don't do videos on one apron like basketball, two apron, because I that don't excite me. I just like talking about the game. That's it.
I'm looking and I'm watching some of the stuff that people is talking about. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Cadences and what are you what are we talking about here? I had people talk about all that throw wasn't good. And the most part that I got a problem with is this. If Deshaun Watson has a good throw or a good practice,
say it.
I can say, oh, he had a good practice.
Right.
You can go on Final Cut. Me and Earl talked about it. Me, Earl Tyvis, Coach Riz, we talked about it. The day before, I put out a tweet that Dylan Gabriel did pretty good in the period.
Right.
Awesome. I don't understand how I can sit here and give Deshaun Watson and Dylan Gabriel credit where credit is due. But the first time Shedeur Sanders does anything well, it's either outright ignore, people move into this weird trolling stuff where it's like, they can't defend their position. Or if he does anything, they just outright ignore it like it never happened.
When it comes to Shedeur, dog, they got to find a way to make it nothing. They got to find a way to make it ain't that big of a deal. If he beats Deshaun Watson, oh, well, it's Deshaun Watson. Huh? Well, if he beats, it's Deshaun, oh, watch Deshaun Watson. But if he can't beat him, wow, that says a lot about you. It's called damn if you do, damn if you don't. But the Cleveland media with Shedeur is damn if you do, damn if you don't. If he beats Deshaun Watson, oh, it's just Deshaun Watson. You didn't really do nothing. If he loses to him, wow, that says a lot about you. These people crazy, bro. They really said, wow, you threw a wobbly ball? Bro, there's this throw he threw to, I forgot what receiver it was. And since it was wobbly, but it got there when it got caught with a crazy catch. Wow, he can't even throw a spiral? He been throwing spirals all camp, bro. What are you talking about? He been throwing spirals all camp. One ball is wobbly, and that's what they go crazy over. Wow, he can't even throw a spiral, man? It's wobbly. Every quarterback throws bad passes. So why is Shedeur the only pass that you care about? These people crazy, man.
Sean Watson had a good practice, and I'm not taking nothing away from him. He did what.
And like he said, give everybody credit. Why is G. Bush get everybody credit, but they don't want to do it? Because they crazy, bruh. G. Bush is biased for them. You know that, right? G. Bush is Team Sanders all day, right? His mama Team Sanders, his wife is Team Sanders, and Shedeur, and so is he. But guess what? He don't let that biasness not give everybody credit. He don't let his biases not say Shedeur didn't have a good game today. He don't let his biases for his dad not give Shedeur a fair critique and everybody else. But they do. Though.
We're supposed to do at practice. That's what football is, right? And I'm going to say, when somebody play good, I'm going to say it.
Yeah.
But the problem I got is, why is it that I can do that, but you can't? And that's the part that gets me where I can't be a part of it. I'm never going to identify and see myself as a person who is going to be part of a conglomerate in the media, because we not the same.
Not the same, dog.
We not from the same background, cut from the same cloth. Like, look at certain things. I can understand if you got a dog in a fight I can understand if you say, listen, I prefer Deshaun Watson to start, or I prefer Dylan Gabriel to start. The problem that I got is you using people and narratives as a way to go about whether you're going to prove something or disprove somebody.
Yep. And that's why I taught myself in life. Everything's not about who's right or who's wrong. It's not about that. It's about listening and understanding. Everything ain't about it who's right or who's wrong, or I prefer this. It's about listening and understanding. When it comes to Shedeur Sanders, they don't want to listen and they don't want to understand. They don't want to listen or understand. They, like he said, they want to prove you wrong. They want to disprove you and prove you wrong. Bro, what? What's wrong with y'all? It's not even that serious. Like he said, if you got a dog in a fight, it'd be kind of understandable, but still at the same time, you still need to have you still gotta have something inside of you that want to give fair criticism to anybody.
And I completely believe that is whack. I'm never going to agree with it. I'm never going to champion it. And every single time it happens, I'm going to call it out. So for me, going to practice and seeing the guys perform and being able to come in and articulate to you guys and see what's going on, I did that for a reason. But I didn't even think, even I knew what was going on, I didn't even think it was that bad. And then I get here and it's crazy. This is why.
You know what's funny, dog? G. Bush has been a part of the Browns media for a long time. And he know how wild they are. He still can't believe it. That when Shedeur came, they wilding the hell out. G. Bush has been part of this media, Cleveland Brown media, for a long time. And he's still like, what the fuck? He still can't believe it. He can't believe how crazy they are when it comes to shit. He just can't believe that they turned it up. They turned it up a notch when Shedeur landed in. He can't believe this stuff, man. He can't.
We can't get interviews. This is why players don't want to talk to us. This is why players don't want to come on our platforms. This is why players, it's not, they don't want to give us no access.
That's a fact. This is why players hate talking to the media. Because the media think they have a pass to disrespect your family, disrespect your livelihood, disrespect you, your mentality, your mental, your beliefs, and then you supposed to just come on their platform and give them an interview. Media, I'm gonna say it again. Media, a lot of media think they can disrespect your life, your livelihood, your mentality, your religious beliefs, and call you trash, and you supposed to still give them an interview after all that disrespect they do to you. They take personal shots at you, and you still supposed to give them an interview, bro. They crazy, man. They crazy.
It's because it's the reason why we gotta always go around with these anonymous sources about what people feel about in the league. Like, we gotta do that because we've boiled down the game of football from coaching players to acquisitions and doing things on the football field to being a good buddy system with a bunch of anonymous people that's using football to profit.
Say it again, G. Bush. We just here to talk football, bro. If they play bad, say it. But why y'all being buddy with anonymous owners and stuff? What's up with that? What's up with the anonymous people? Like he said, why y'all buddy with anonymous people tearing down players? What? And they happy about it. They happy about being cool with these people who hide their face and name, and then they tear down the players, and they cool with it. I'm with G. Bush on that. Why are you so okay with being buddy with those people who hide? You cool with being cool with people who hide? Nah, come on, bro. Nah, that them anonymous sources, I hate that stuff, bro.
I don't respect it, bro. And so for me, I wish we can get to a point where we can go talk about the Cleveland Browns and we could be a real organization.
Right.
We could be a real organization where we go and we show up to training camp and we talk about who's going to play.
Right.
We talk about how to get better. We talk about who's showing up, the 53-man roster.
Right.
Who's shining, who's moving, what's the offensive line doing, what's the new wrinkles and schemes. We can't even do that because we got a bunch of people running around here acting like this the soap operas.
Right, it's a soap opera. Guiding Light. Shout out to Guiding Light was fire. As the world turns is fire, right? All the soap opera sitcoms is fire. And that's what they turn sports into. The sports commentary ain't nothing but a goddamn soap opera. This is why Stephen A. Smith and the rest of them be talking outside of their neck. Skip Bayless talking out the side of their neck. They don't know nothing. They just be saying stuff just to rile people up. How many times they're going to talk about LeBron James not being the GOAT? We don't give a damn. Jordan don't even play no more. Shut up. You're not the GOAT anymore, LeBron. You're not. You can never be the GOAT if you go to Philadelphia. You can't be the GOAT if you go to Miami. You can't be the GOAT. You just got to stay in Cleveland and lose, and you're still not going to be the GOAT. Bro, shut up, man. Move on. Jordan don't even play anymore. Shut up. You got to hold. You want to try to just keep holding LeBron down. You'll never be above this. Shut up, man. You're not the end all be all. If you like Jordan, okay, cool. Now move on with your life. God damn. It's a soap opera, bro. Media has become a goddamn soap opera, bro. And they hire a lot of people who don't know nothing. A lot of these people they hire don't know anything about a sport. They don't know about sport medicine. They don't know nothing. That's why the conversations is just so dumb. Like, what the hell? That's why a lot of players be like, they don't even know how to ask real questions. Most of the media don't even know how to have common sense questions, bro. They ask some of the dumbest questions. That's why I be like, what? Huh? Y'all know that classic video with Russell Westbrook? Man, what the hell are you talking about, man? Because it's like, how do you watch a game and don't know how to ask the questions about the game? How do you watch the game, go into a press conference, and don't know how to ask the player just about the game? You said the most, and then when you do, you don't know how to. Are you getting paid to ask the right questions? Don't you get paid to do all this stuff? How you don't know how to put it in a sentence? So you go to college for all of this stuff, and now you don't know how to put it in the right context for the player to be like, oh yeah, I'll rock with that question. Some of these reporters are horrible, man, at asking questions. It just doesn't even make sense.
I don't get it. But yeah, I do get it. I get it. So here's what we're gonna do. Man, when you see something you don't like, change it.
Mm-hmm.
When you see something you don't appreciate, change it.
Mm-hmm.
When you see something that got a little issue with it, you go be the change.
Mm-hmm.
You go do it.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I'm not gonna worry about things that I can't change.
Mm-hmm.
That's always gonna be there.
Right.
That's part of the game. It's always gonna be there.
Say that again. Be the change you want. Be the change you want. That's it. Too many people telling everybody, you need to do this. No. If you see something you don't like it, you get your stuff together and you go do it. Be the change that you want. You want that to change? Then you figure out how you want to be in real estate and you change the game. You want that to change in the education system? Then you get your stuff together and then you be the change you want. Be the change you want, because you can't change other people. You can't make people change because you want change. Be the change you want, and you can live better like that. Too many people want to, you need to do this, you need to do that. Nah, be the change that you want. Let's keep going, man. My boy G Bush know what time it is, man.
But what I can do is make sure that when I'm on my platform,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to deliver consistency. I don't ever want nobody to ever pull up on my platform and tell me, dang, G Bush, you ain't even you can't give credit where credit is due.
Right.
I feel like it's a sucker move.
It is a sucker move, man. You know what I tell you? In my life, that's how it been. People don't like that. People love being around me. I can make them smile and brighten their day. So what they do? They start hating on you. They start hating on me. Hey man, turn your light down, man. You know what I'm saying? They want me to do this, y'all. When I walk around, it's like this. See all that light? That's what I bring to people's life. No matter where I'm at. They want me to do this, y'all. They want me to turn my light down because they feel uncomfortable that I can make people have a beautiful day just by me being there. Just by me being there, I change their day. And they get so upset, even at work, they get so jealous that I can make other people's life better. And they want me to do this. They want me to turn down my light to make them feel comfortable because they can't do what I do. You're not lying, man. No, keep being you, baby. Keep being you. Let them suffer. You ain't gotta change who you is because they don't get it. We don't get it. It ain't for you to get. We don't understand why they like you. We don't understand why they like you, man. It ain't for you to get. Get out of here. So they start creating narratives. They start getting in your business, saying things that ain't true. Yeah, man. You can't stop it, man. You just got to keep going, being you.
It does something to me in my heart. It does something to me. I can't even be around it. Mm-hmm. I can't even be a part of nothing like that. For you to say that you can discredit another man because why? You feel a certain way? Bro, if my number one nemesis, a person I don't like, in life you can learn something from anybody.
Anybody.
You can learn something from a child,
yep.
Your worst enemy, yep. Your best friend, somebody's your adversary.
Yep.
You can learn something in everything. And the biggest thing about being a man or a stand-up dude is do not compromise the way you know what the principles is for nothing.
I had to learn that. You can learn from anybody, y'all. Don't let people tell y'all you can't learn. You can learn from anybody, man. And I had to learn that too. Don't compromise yourself to make somebody else feel better. I used to do that. I used to compromise who I am to make these people feel better because being around me, they self-esteem ain't high. I'm not the reason why your self-esteem ain't high. Why I gotta turn my shit down? I used to do that. I don't do that no more. Hey, it is what it is. You gotta deal with it. Don't sacrifice who you is. Turn your light down because somebody else is they feel threatened by that. Oh well, that's on you, man. I don't care.
I'm not. I don't care. I don't care if I go to practice and not one person from the media talk to me. I don't care. Because my goal is to deliver the real to the people.
That's it.
And if you in the way of me delivering the real,
yep.
And you feel a certain type of way about it, then feel free to, that's on you.
You gotta be okay with being alone. You gotta be okay with not everybody liking you. You gotta be okay that people are not gonna like the way you move and deliver. You gotta be okay with it and keep on going. Because there's an audience for you. Always remember this. There is an audience for you. There is a group of people who like how you think. You don't have to change for nobody. I don't like that you do this. I don't like the way you dress. But there's a group of people who do. So I'm going to keep dressing like this. It's a group of people who like how I deliver. I'm going to keep delivering like this. Don't never stop doing what you love to do for people who don't like what you do. Oh, well. Stop looking at me. Stop watching me. Stop looking at my channel. Go on with your life, man. Don't never change because people, I don't like the way you did this. You should do this. Get your ass up out of here. There's a community of people who love what you do. Do it for them. Do it for yourself and do it for them. And that's all that matters. All this other stuff they think because guess what? They don't change for nobody. They love telling other people to change, but they don't change for nobody. They don't stop talking about people because other people say we don't like the way you say that. But they do. They still do it. We don't like the way you have a snotty attitude. Guess what? They still do it. So don't listen to them. Don't listen to them.
But for me, I can't do that. In what world or universe are we a group of people as men and grown women where we can't give credit? That's emotional immaturity.
American short versus
Hold on, y'all. We gotta add. We gotta add real quick. But yeah, that's it. We gotta add. Hold on. Here we go. Here we go.
Give credit. That's emotional immaturity. Like and that's the thing about it. And I'm gonna get off here because I got to get to camp. But the thing I'm gonna leave y'all with, the reason why it is with football, and the reason why I love football, and the reason why I really be protective about football is because the football games give you life lessons.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've had a lot of surgeries. When I'm walking on the field, I live every single day with the consequences of playing football.
Right.
And what it teaches me is, guess what? Get your ass up and go do this. Make sure you getting into a high level, because those are the things that takes to be a successful football player. Working behind the scenes when nobody's seeing you, doing the right stuff when nobody is watching, making sure that every single person on your team is working. It's all for one and one for all. You're only good as your weakest link.
Say that again, G. Bush. And they talk bad about G. Bush too. Oh, G. Bush ain't got no sources like us. Oh, you think, I'm sorry, you think this black man be up here talking like this with this much confidence and he ain't got no sources? I'm sorry, I gotta say it. You think G. Bush, this black man, talk the way he talk, articulate the way he articulate, that he ain't got no goddamn plugs? Because why? They really tried to play G. Bush like that, y'all. Who is he think he is? He ain't got no sources. Oh, that black man ain't got no sources. And guess what happened? It ended up happening. He got them all. You think they came back and said, "Oh, my bad, brother. My bad, black man." You think they said that? They act like they never said it. When it all cleared that he know what he talking about and his sources is legit, they never came back and said, "My bad, G. Bush. My bad, black man. I guess you do got sources like we do." They act like it never happened, bro. They act like it never happened. They really tried to play this man. Only we got the sources. Who the hell is this black guy think he is? Telling us that he got the players and he got coaches and he got GMs on his line too. He got the same numbers we got. Who the hell G. Bush think he is saying he got the same numbers we got? Come to find out, he got the same numbers and more than who they got. And they don't got Coach Prime, but he do. He tried to tell y'all this, but who does he think he is talking about? He got the same people we got. You think they ever apologized when it came out it's true? They act like it never happened, bro. They act like it never happened.
Right? When I go to Final Cut, and when we do something, and it's on the barbershop, I ain't gonna just have myself with gear. I'm gonna make sure Tyvis and Earl got it.
That's a fact. My boy G. Bush and Rosie, they are the most giving platform I ever seen, bro. I've been on YouTube for a very long time. This is one of the most giving, lovingest platforms I ever seen in my life. And I watched a lot of fucking platforms over the years. This is one of the most loving, giving back to my supporters I ever seen in my life, bro. And they not only do it to their fans, they do it to their co-workers. Hey, you got your shirt? Here you go. You got your bucket hat? Here you go. Yeah, he ain't lying. He makes sure his co-workers, his counterparts, if you want this gear, I get it for you. If you want it, I got you. Bro, no problem, bro. And you know how cool Rosie and G. Bush is? If you didn't get your order, all you gotta do is tell them, and they'll ship you another one. Beep, here you go. All right, we're gonna ship you another one. No complaint at all. They'll ship you another one. Here you go. Bro, these people, and like he said, I live football for real. My scars tell you. So you can't talk talk football to me if you never really played it, because I got the scars to prove it that I was really in this thing. I really study football, not just for a fan standpoint, a player standpoint, just the love of the game, the smell of the game get me hyped. Yeah, though that's a different type of individual, a fan. They played it, got the scars to prove it, and got the life lessons that he learned, that he used daily. You can't talk to this man. Get up out of here. But they be trying though. They be trying.
When I go to the top five, I make sure that my mom, dad, and my people is represented in the highest nature.
He ain't lying. He ain't lying. When he got his family on camera, they all fly. All of them. When he got his family on camera, they all fly. He ain't lying. And then not only that, he represent them, and like you said, we represent each other in the highest form. He ain't lying, bro. He really do that. He represent his family in the highest form. He take that last name and he run with it with the highest form of integrity. Cause he know damn well my mom and dad, nah, they don't play that shit. They ain't playing it. My wife, she ain't playing that. My brothers, I gotta represent, man. And he do that on every level. This man does it on every level. And he don't have to. That's just who he is. So if you rocking with him, he gonna make sure you good. You need that Kool-Aid? Need that bucket hat? You want? All right, cool. I'm going out with the gear today. You want to wear it? Yeah. Guess what? The last video they uploaded, they all had barbershop gear on. He ain't lying.
I'm in public, I make sure to ask every single person what their name is. Because those are principles about community, team, and what it takes to be successful and a stand-up person in this world.
Yep.
So for me, mind me if I get a little upset about the football, because the people who play football, the people who play sports, the people who went through it understand intimately what it is to sacrifice, go through pain and struggle, and have to wake up when you didn't think you had nothing, when you had to run them gassers and your teammate picked you up from your bootstraps and say, we gonna make it, we gonna need you in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
I got a problem when people who ain't did that or been through that.
Right.
That's the problem. It's too easy. See, it won't let me write it. That won't let me be a sucker. That experience won't, even if Deshaun Watson win a starting quarterback job and Deshaun Watson is cooking, me playing football and understanding what it goes into that will not allow me to be a sucker and say, oh, he's not good when I see what he's doing on the field.
Yep.
It go for Dylan Gabriel. It go for anybody.
Everybody.
So here's what I'm going to say. At the end of the day, watch this. Beware who you listening to if they afraid that they can't give another man credit.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just leave it at that. We'll check you out. Make sure you're checking us out. I'll give you my post day 7.
All right, that's it, y'all. That's it. We back in motion. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. Go to your notification bell and click all. We here, man. We back in business. It's almost time. All right, Cleveland almost here. Colorado almost here. So I'll be back tonight with some Colorado. All right, we'll be back tonight coming live with some Colorado content. All right, so like, share, comment, subscribe. Thank you everybody who tuned in. Thank you for the likes and all that. Hopefully the comments will be on tonight. I don't know why the comments is off. I don't know what happened to that, but hopefully the comments be on tonight. But we'll be back with some Colorado content tonight. Peace.